I want to solve this equation using the quadratic formula. So notice I'm not in the right form. I've got to have it equal to 0 so I can figure out what a, b, and c are. So the first things I'm going to do here are just move everything to one side so that it's equal to 0. For my sanity, I'm just going to keep the 4x squared over here so that it's positive. You wouldn't have to, since the formula can take positives or negatives just as easily. But I find it easier to have my coefficient on x, or my a value, positive, because I'm dividing by 8 times 2 in the end. And then I don't need to worry about the sign on the whole thing being messed up because I screwed up somehow. Okay, so now I've got it in this form, 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 equals 0. I can see that a is equal to 4. This time b is equal to negative 12. And c is equal to 9. Okay, so I want to use those values and substitute them into x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2a. All right, so let's get the values in here. So x equals negative 12 plus or minus the square root of negative 12 squared minus 4 times a is 4 times c, which is 9, all divided by 2 times a, times a, which is 4. Okay, checking my pretty colors. Here I see that a was 4. It ended up in the two spots that a should. B is negative 12. It's in the right places with parentheses because it was negative to make sure I don't mess that up. And then c was 9. It's in the one spot it should be. So let's start to simplify this expression. So I've got x is the opposite of negative 12 is positive 12, plus or minus the square root. Negative 12 times negative 12 should be positive, and it's positive 144. I only see the minus sign. There are no negatives, so minus 4 times 4 is 16 times 9. 16 times 9 is the same as 4 times 3 times 4 times 3 is 12 times 12 is 144. All divided by 2 times 4, which is 8. Okay, so x is 12 plus or minus the square root of 144 minus 144 is 0, 8. The square root of 0 is 0, so 12 plus or minus 0, all divided by 8. So x is either 12 plus 0 over 8, or x is 12 minus 0 over 8. Here I have x is 12 eighths. That simplifies to, easy, 3 halves. Here I also have x is 12 eighths, which is 3 halves. So 3 halves seems to be the only solution to this equation, because I got it for both my sides, just fine. So I think it's 3 halves or 1.5. Let's do a quick check. I forgot to copy it, so let's go up here. Need to grab this guy. Go to the next page. Put this guy. And I want to check 3 halves. So I want to know if 4 times 3 halves squared is the same as 12 times 3 halves minus 9. 4 times 3 halves is 4 times 9 fourths, because 3 halves times 3 halves is 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 2 is 4. I want to know if that is, let's see, 12 times 3 halves, half of 12 is 6, times 3 is 18. 4 times 9 fourths is 9, 18 minus 9 is 9. I've got it. 3/2 is definitely the solution to that quadratic equation, and it's the only one.